Hello there, my name is Alino and this is GSN24 Live Sports News. Coming up in our headlines for today, Ghana to battle Nigeria, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago in a Unity Cup 2025. Ghana climb up in latest FIFA ranking after a brilliant start to 2025. Bayern Munich considering temporary signing of Ghana defender Daniel Amate amid injury crisis. Osimhen shines in Turkish Cup, declares love for Galatasaray. Zambia withdraw 4 US-based players for China trip. Zambia under-19 ready for ODI series against Ireland. Without sport, I'll probably be a criminal by now. 200 meters Olympic champion Michelle Tobago. Now onto our stories in detail. Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago will converge in London in May 2025 for a highly anticipated Unity Cup 2025 tournament celebrating the best of African and Caribbean football. Branded as the best in the West, the Afro Classico contest, the event will feature 2 high-stakes semi-finals, setting up fierce regional rivalries. On Tuesday, May 27th, the Trinidad Derby will see Trinidad and Tobago take on Jamaica in their first ever meeting on UK soil. The following day, May 28th, West African giants Nigeria and Ghana will renew their historic rivalry in a match that promises fireworks. The competition will conclude on Saturday, May 31st, with a double-header, 1 game to decide 3rd place, followed by the grand finale to determine the Unity Cup 2025 champions. 2-time champions Nigeria may start as favourites based on their FIFA rankings and recent form, but Ghana will be eager to replicate their last London clash where they dismantled the Super Eagles 4-1. Meanwhile, Jamaica will be looking for revenge after suffering a narrow defeat in their previous appearance. Speaking ahead of the tournament, Rotimi Pedro, CEO of AfroSport, expressed excitement about reviving the event, and AfroSport co-director Andy Halls emphasized the cultural and commercial significance of the tournament. With top-class football, deep-rooted rivalries, and a celebration of African and Caribbean football culture, the Unity Cup 2025 is set to be an unmissable spectacle. Ghana has moved up in the latest FIFA rankings, marking their first upward movement since July 2025 when they jumped from 64th to the 60th place. The Black Stars now occupy the 76th position globally, improving from their previous 77th spot, which they had held since November 2024. This positive shift comes on the back of Ghana's winning start to the 2025 calendar during the last international break. The Black Stars secured crucial victories over Chad and Madagascar in a matchday 5 and 6 games of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Ghana's recent success has seen them move above Israel, who have dropped 2 places in the latest rankings. Despite this improvement on the global stage, Ghana's position in the African rankings remains unchanged as they continue to sit 14th on the continent. Head coach Otto Addo will be aiming to further boost the team's ranking when they return to action later in the year. Ghana is set to participate in the 4-nation tournament in June before facing Chad and Mali in matchday 7 and 8 of the World Cup qualifiers in September. German news outlet Mikel reports that Bayern Munich are considering signing the Ghana international defender Daniel Amate on a temporary contract to replace their long-running crisis of injuries. The 30-year-old is a free agent since leaving Turkish outfit Besiktas and has massive experience at the top level of the game. Amate's early playing career involved serving with Sweden's Djurgårdens IF, where he came to be a defensive and a dynamic player. His performance earned him a transfer to FC Copenhagen prior to making the switch to the Premier League with Leicester City in 2016. He played a key role in Leicester's historic title-winning season and remained a key player in the team for several seasons. Capable of playing both centre-back and defensive midfield, he was a reliable addition to the Foxes. Now with Bayern suffering a defensive crisis following injuries to their top stars, Dayo Upamecano, Afonso Davies and Hiroki Ito, Bayern are reportedly considering signing Amate. Serge Aurier, former PSG and Tottenham Hotspurs, is also out of contract and can play either side of fullback is also an option. Left-back Mario Wuru, former AS Roma and Napoli, is also another contender. But Bundesliga regulations prohibit free agent signings outside of transfer windows, so the transfer is not likely to happen now. Still in football, Victor Osimhen continues to win the hearts of Galatasaray fans after a stunning performance in a Turkish Cup match against Fenerbahce. The Nigerian forward scored a brace, netting in the 10th and 27th minute to give his side a 2-0 lead in a fierce derby. Despite Galatasaray's dominance in the first half, Fenerbahce managed to pull one back just before the break, keeping the contest alive. However, Osimhen's clinical finishing and relentless energy up front ensured Galatasaray remained in control. After the match, Osimhen spoke passionately about his time with the club and the overwhelming support he has received from the fans. His words also further solidified his place in the heart of the club supporters, who have embraced him as one of their own. With performances like this, Osimhen is proving to be a key figure for Galatasaray, and his dedication to the club is evident both on and off the pitch. Away from men's football into women's football, the Football Association of Zambia FAZ announced 4 players, Captain Barbara Banda, Rahel Kanajani, Fresca Chalifai and Grace Chanda, would miss the Yonchen International Tournament this month. All 4 players play in the National Women's Soccer League, with Chanda, Banda and Kanajani at Orlando Pride and Chiaifa with Bay FC. FAZ said its decision was due to additional travel measures introduced by the new administration in the U.S. Since taking office for the second time, Trump has signed an executive order to draft a list of countries that would need a partial or full suspension on visitors from same nations. It is unclear if China is on the proposed list, but non-American residents have experienced increased difficulty in re-entering the country in recent months. FAZ said it was in the best interest of the US-based players not to make the trip. Now in cricket, Zimbabwe's teenage cricketers have stepped up their art and will continue their preparations for the International Cricket Council Under-19 World Cup with a 5-match ODI series against Ireland. The series beginning at the Harare Sports Club. Young Chevron coach Elton Chingumbura believes his Chargers will get much-needed exposure by playing other international sides ahead of the World Cup. Quote, "Playing against Ireland is a good opportunity for us as we prepare for next year's World Cup," said Chingumbura. The 3 opening matches have been set for Harare Sports Club, with the others scheduled for Takashinga Sports Club. In as much as the series is more of a preparation series for the Global Showcase next year, Chingumbura is looking nothing short of a series win against the visitors. Now, final story in athletics. In what would have been a life full of ransacking, pickpocketing and ultimately ending up behind bars, 2024 Olympic champion Lichel Tibogo says he's grateful to sport for saving him from indulging in criminal activities. Tibogo reached the pinnacle of track and field last summer after storming to a blistering 19.46 finish in the 200 meters event at the Olympic Games, leaving United States duo Kenny Bednarik second and Noah Lyles third in his wake. But a decade prior, Tibogo's dream would have failed to materialize. The Botswanan sprinter, who is now a global icon, revealed that growing up in his village, Kanye, there was a high chance he was going to end up as a criminal. Quote, "Without sport, I would probably be a criminal by now," Tibogo told BBC Sports Africa. From his early years, Tibogo was a sport fanatic, starting off as a footballer where he clinched onto the wing. However, by 2021, Tibogo had transitioned into a full-time track athlete, gaining his first international experience at the 2021 World Athletics Relay. Since then, his career has taken flight, claimed the 100 meters under-20 record in 2022 after a blistering 9.91 seconds before clinching the under-20 African 200 meters record in 19.96 seconds the same year. His rise at youth level set the precedent for his success in Paris, where he won the 200 meters race in 19.46 seconds, the fastest ever by an African. Having his mother by his side throughout his career, Tibogo had to find an inner layer of motivation to push on after her unfortunate demise in May 2024. He responded to the call and ended up enjoying a terrific year, one which concluded with him being named World Athletics Male Athlete of the Year in December 2024. Given his childhood experiences and life struggles, Tibogo has now been named ambassador for the Kids Athletics Program, an initiative which seeks to transform the life of kids all over the world through sport. This is what I have for you for now. Do like and subscribe. I'll be back with more.